Hello, my name's Gary and welcome to this video looking at the Alliance Niveau Filter and the Voxengo MSED or MSED, a mid-side processor and a tilt EQ. So the tilt EQ useful for just overall quick general rebalancing. I think this track's a little bit heavy on the bottom end and could maybe do with a bit more air on the top. So setting the pivots, if you like, for the seesaw on the tilt EQ around about 1K for now. So we'll listen to it. So let's make it a bit brighter, and at the same time this will be reducing the low end. So that works for me. Take it off. Back on. Make it extreme so you can hear what it's doing. Obviously take it the other way should I want. And by altering the EQ frequency, you can actually tune this quite a lot to bring out certain areas with a little bit of playing with it. Also has a 10 times button, so that 1K would now become 10K, so it gives you a lot more flexibility. Something worth getting acquired, getting acquainted with. It is useful, especially for things like for example, not driving yourself insane with impulse responses on guitars. So you get a rough sound set up, you put your impulse response on and say, yeah, it's about what I want. The harmonic structure really is the thing. The harmonic content across the board is kind of what you're going for, what you like to hear. But then you think, okay, I'd like that to be a bit brighter or a bit darker. And you can go absolutely around the twist, combing through your IR collection, trying to find the right one, or going through endless microphone placements to find the right one. Whereas you could use the Niveau filter quite easily to make minor adjustments and dial it in how you want, as opposed to adding individual EQ bands, individual bells, where you may well improve the results to what you want. So you want to brighten something up. But if you're going in with a narrowish type of band, or a typical sort of EQ of 1, for example, then you're also going to be changing the harmonic structure, which was what you liked about the impulse response in the first place. So yeah, it has its uses. This MSED, so it's a mid-side processor. So you can use it for simple things like, let's put it back to factory default, which is on. So you could use it for adding more width simply by turning the sides up. So turn it on. So let's increase the width. Decrease the width. And it's doing that simply by turning the sides up and down, which you can mute the mids as well. So it does no damage at all to a mono signal. If you then mono the mix afterwards, it's done no damage to it. But perhaps where this also becomes useful is for processing in mid-side and turning any plugins that you own into mid-side compatible plugins. So if we were to duplicate that track, let's make a folder out of those two and call it bus. Don't need a hash. So now they're both playing now through this bus. and they're both exactly the same. We can null them out. So let's make this one mids, and let's make this one sides. So we go to our mids, so it's this one here, which is floating at the moment, mids, and let's mute the side information. So we've just got mids only coming through there. And then we'll go to this one, which is our sides, and this one will mute the mids, so we've only got side information coming through. So if we have a listen to that now. So that's the mids, that's the sides. If I turn the plugins off, it still sounds the same. It's going to be louder because obviously there's two tracks playing instead of one. But what that allows us to do now is we can process both the mids and the sides separately. So let's say on the mids that we want to add, let's just use some EQ. So on the mids, let's go for a little bit of solo the mids out. I will listen to the mids. Let's put our high pass on about 60-ish. Let's bring the lows up a little bit on the mids. Tighten them up a little bit. And now let's go to the sides. And let's throw an EQ on the sides. So just for fun, we'll use the same EQ. And what we'll do, we'll add a little bit of air now on the sides to make it breathe more. So let's go to our high shelf. It works. And let's play the two together. So let's go back to where we started the project. So let's take our EQ off. Got the EQ back in the mids. And EQ back on the sides. Maybe have a bit more of that. So that obviously could be anything, any plugin that you wish to use, you can now use as a mid-side plugin by using the Voxengo MSED completely free processor. So I hope this has been useful to you. If it has, please consider to like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of the next video, and good luck with your productions, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.